life in Canada is, I indeed say the life here is technically, this is the best part is competitive edge I have. I already have more than 6 years of experience in India. And that's what I say, one of the most toughest experience any person can have in Indian continent.
Right.
So that is literally working as a, what you can say, a kind of a competitive strength here, because I already know the process, system, and the mindset you need in order to surpass many things. The majority of crowd here comes, they are quite new. To be honest, they don't know many things, that how the things get it done. So those who are complaining Canada do not have any opportunity or any offerings to you, I think so they don't know anything. They should go back to home again. I think so. To be honest, they
Yeah.
should go back,
Mm.
because I have seen in my circle, in my circle, I have seen people getting jobs, not jobs, multiple jobs. There is in my circle there is a friend who was qualified before me in BMO bank. I was qualified before him in RBC Bank, but in Victoria, which is quite far from my home. So technically, it was not viable for me to opt that offer. But eventually, as you know, if you are really competent, the opportunity comes to you. And as you know, recently I was selected, and this 23rd of December is my first joining date.
Very good. So what profile are you joining there at Scotiabank?
As an advisor, so it would be first as a customer executive post, and eventually when I will be able to get my security license, I will be able to promote it as an advisor post.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. So what are you doing to get your license?
um you have to write CAC exam, Canadian Security Course. It's a CAC. So it's considered as a little difficult as compared to IFIC exam. So there are many lower level examination as well, like PFP, IFIC exam, which also helps you to get what you can say banking entrance job. But I think so. There are many outliers. I think so. You can say I could be one of them, because I literally hold a none license right now. I'm somewhere in the process. Probably I will be appearing my examination in upcoming February, next year of February. I don't think so. The new year is, I think so, just around the corner. Few weeks and you are voila, your new year. So before the new year, I think so. This, as you know, this March I landed, and before the ending, I've literally new come with a new job with one promotion in my previous job.
Okay. And how many hours are you gonna get there?
It's a very this is the shortest week of the year in
Yeah.
which I'm getting, but still they're providing me 22 hours.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And the banking pay rate and the normal pay rate is totally different.
Yeah.
Believe
Yeah.
me,
So
it's
I was
totally
gonna ask you
different.
that. So it's a lot higher, is it?
It's not substantially higher since it's an entry role, but let me give you the context. Uh, the same salary which a manager earns in a Walmart, a entry level position will earn in a bank.
Okay. Yeah.
And believe me one thing, there is no too much labor involved, so it's all brain work.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Very good. Very good. Chalo, that's good. So you're on your way, and hopefully this will
trying my best,
also,
sir.
yeah, this will lead you into better opportunities in terms of full time. So you are now done with 2 semesters or 3 semesters? How many semesters?
So my third semester just ended, and I like to inform that as well, that I have been accepted as a research scholar in our university under Dr. Amit Kohli. So he's
Oh,
one of the well-renowned faculty. So if you can just the postdoctorate Dr. Amit Kohli. So he has also accepted me as he's one of the research scholar. So I will be working under him for 2 semesters, this fourth and fifth semester under him as a research scholar, and I will be also doing what is known as MBAR. MBR is just like MBA but research, MBA in
okay.
research. So
Okay.
more like eventually I will have a right to disclose that I have a research experience doing what you can say more like a theoretical physicist in the science, so we can have a commercial research in our commerce.
Okay. So how is it different in terms of your academics, in terms of your modules and all?
So it's pretty much in the academics only, but the best part is that you also get to use university resource to do some external research. So my current topic is just like IoT, Internet of Things in supply chain and management. So technically, I'm not doing a MBA in supply chain management. The best part is that I will have access of all the supply chain management with a very well-known, renowned faculties the people who's working in the industry. I can get to have an interaction with them. And this is not the single penny I'm investing from my money. It's going to be a university who's going to send me this, that the conferences is going to be on a university's billing check-ins. And definitely the professor will be my side. And I literally there is one of the well-renowned office in Vancouver downtown known as Deloitte. So recently I was able to attend several conference in Deloitte. So how you see from the top of the, what you can say, the corporate world, the Vancouver, see, I can share that video to you, the half the top of the corporate looks, the corporate life you really like to see, the kind of a suits life. So I've seen that. So it gives you a motivation that you do not come here to settle for less. If you
Yeah.
come here, so at least try to push your comfort zone, and I'm doing that on day-to-day basis.
Yeah, that's very important. I mean, that's I think that's perfectly said. Don't get people tend to say, okay, chalo, I've got to Canada, I've paid 25 lakhs fees, and now I'm chilling. But that's
Hmm.
I always tell them that you're paying to give you an opportunity to get out of your comfort zone, break those barriers, get out of your bubble, and go explore the world and see what's there for you. And
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
so you're a really good example. So I'm happy to have you as my ambassador. I mean, I think these videos
Thank you,
will
thank,
go. I
thank you.
shared the views on the previous video, right? It was more than 3,000 views so far on that previous
Oh,
video. But yeah,
my apology, I didn't got opportunity. Actually, I've shared some videos, but if that particular person has edited, so I could have posted that videos as well.
okay,
I've been
Pragya
to
is here.
Victoria.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you have to just keep sending. What you do is don't
Oh,
worry about editing. You take
okay,
raw stuff and send it.
okay,
Okay, she will sit and edit. Pragya's here. Pragya, you there?
okay.
Yeah, Pragya's here. So she will
Yeah,
edit
Oh,
it.
sure.
Okay, so she
the
she under,
one, yeah,
she
the one
understands.
thing I want from Ashutosh is that, like in a bunch, you share a lot of videos, and it gets
Okay,
sometimes difficult to create a storyline out of that.
okay, okay,
Yeah. So it would be great if you can share me like, okay, I'm here. If you're saying into that, if you can give me a voiceover what you are feeling, it is much more
okay.
easier to edit the video. But
Sure.
first creating the script, then making the
Hmm.
video is, a lot of work
Hmm.
to do, and it doesn't fit sometimes. That is
Okay.
the
Okay, so
problem that
what do you want him to do? You want him to send a video along with what it is. I mean, basically,
yeah, like a voiceover as well. So I will,
Voiceover.
yes, a voiceover. Like the last time I
Voiceover.
edited the video, after that you voiceovered it, right?
Yep, yep. I think so.
Yeah.
That's the most easiest part to get that done. To be honest, that's the most easy thing to done. I can do the voiceover. That's fine. But editing is little because I'm
Yeah,
literally
I
working on
don't
two.
want you to edit. I want you to, like, whatever you have gone through, just create a voiceover that I visited over here and the ambience
yeah,
was like
okay,
this and I've experienced that.
okay.
And after that, I will get all the clips on your voiceover.
So what Pragya is saying is, you don't think about matching your voiceover to your video. Okay, don't worry.
Yes,
You just make a video and you make a voiceover and send it to her, and she will
yes.
match it.
Okay,
So that don't worry
okay,
about editing. Yeah, what you're saying is, I have to
okay,
match my voice to the
okay,
video. Don't worry about that.
Yes.
She will
okay,
do that.
okay,
Okay, you make a
okay. So
so
can
you
I
just
send my old videos as well? Is it fine? I've
Yeah,
previously
yeah, yeah.
taken
You
some
can
old
you can
videos.
share you can share the video if you have any clips in the of the starting videos as well when you visited
Okay,
Canada. If you can give a voiceover onto that, and if you get give images and videos of your entry into the Canada, we can make a video out of it.
I do have.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
So
Yeah,
you
so.
so
send
yeah,
that,
you can do that.
and you speak separately and send it to her, and then she will
Yes.
put it together.
That
Sure.
will be
So
my part. I
so
will mix and match it.
So how that sound that let's suppose if I'm sending at least what you can say seven clips, let's say 7 to 8 clips, okay,
Okay.
and at the
Yes.
end I will be sharing the entire context of that 7 clips. How that
Mm-hmm.
sounds? Is it
Yeah,
is
that
that
will work.
fine?
Yeah, that will work. If we can
Okay, because
at least try once that if this is working or not, the
because the
entire.
best part is here, sir. I'm also working with one of with one venture, one of my friends' venture here. So
Okay.
it's more like I'm working as a marketing manager for them right now.
Okay.
So
Mm.
I get to travel in various part of Canada. So as a student, I'm somewhere in Vancouver. Sometimes I'm in Calgary. I might be get to
Okay.
travel somewhere in North British Columbia, somewhere in Saskatchewan. So this side, I get to travel. So it's just like as a student, you get to have a pickup bag. You're traveling, you're doing studies, and then you're doing some
Yeah,
banking
right.
stuff.
So
Okay.
yeah, you can do that. Give me 7 to 10 clips and give me a voiceover in the end at what you have done. into that.
Mm-hmm.
I will go through the clips and I will set it as per the voiceover. That will be
Okay.
much more
Okay.
easier because when you give the clips, writing first, then when you give the voiceover, editing it again and matching
Okay.
it with the voiceover, that is something difficult.
Okay, because literally, to be honest, as a because when you are studying, working, and you
Yeah,
have to do
I
research,
totally understand.
it just like the one thing is lacking most in your life. It's time here. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I
right.
am literally having a scarcity of this day by day now. The best part is right now why we having this conversation because right now I'm in my vacation.
Okay.
That's why it's possible. Meka, let's catch up because I don't think so. After that, it will be possible.
Okay. But yeah, do that. Give me the voiceover, whatever you feel like, be natural. I don't want you to script it. Just say what you are going through.
Sure,
And
sure.
the clips.
Do you really think I do scripted thing? Come on.
No. Yeah, but
Okay,
when
where,
I
where,
give you the
where,
script,
where
when
did
you
you
say
study
it,
it?
it takes time to edit.
Yes, do because then I have to go in the scripted mode.
Yeah. It takes time to remember it, and we have to go in that
But
same path.
please, you do the frog eating stuff. I'll do the voiceover.
Okay.
God,
So yeah, we'll stick to that, and I will ping you every, like, in a little bit of span of time so you don't forget.
please, please do that. I need the reminders nowadays. I can
Okay.
literally share you my calendar if you want a testimony of the busyness. I I
No, no,
I
I totally believe
I
you.
don't count on my memory anymore. So I literally use Google Calendar as my okay. If Google Calendar said this, so it means this. That's all.
Okay. Okay. So I will, every 2 days I will give you a reminder that Ashutosh, you have to give this to me.
Okay, sure, sure. I'll
Okay.
surely do that, Pragnya. Thank you.
Okay.
But it will also
Yeah,
become what happens is, I've shared the video you made earlier. I
yeah.
shared it with the India director, I mean the regional director, the India director for UCW, and they must have also shared it today. I told them please share it with uh,
Okay,
uh, what's her name, Katie Briel, the head of marketing for Gus. She sits in
okay.
she sits in London for the head of marketing for Gus. So she's got your video also. So that's how we can do it. So the more you put it on file, the more it goes out there, and that
Let's
this
do
thing.
that, sir. Let's put that on fire. What do you think? Let's
Yeah,
put
yeah,
that
yeah.
on fire.
So whatever you're doing, because you're doing something different, you're doing something. I
Yes.
mean, if like even this recording, Pragya will edit the first part. Pragya, what you missed,
Mhm.
you can look
Yes.
Mm.
at it, you edit that, and I will put it to them. That stuff of what you said in terms of, your, getting out of your comfort zone and knowing what is to be done, or breaking the schedule and becoming a research scholar for a professor, all of these things I will put it. I will tell, look, this is what my students are doing there, and then they
Yeah,
will then put it out there. So the more the whatever you're doing, just document it. Since we have this, and now we
sure,
have platform, and I also want to use that platform for you, our
sure.
platform, put it out there, and then
The recent events are such a great, sir, that I've taken some very good clips. My few of my friends also taken a video where I'm doing the final presentation for my team. When there is a final presentation required to represent that these are the particular things are there. And in marketing, there is one subject in UCW in marketing when you do not have any written exam, the one thing you
Okay.
get to know it's your creativity, the way of delivering the pitch, the product you emphasize, that's how they assist you. And you will I think so you will be happy to know that I was the one person who secured the highest marks in that subject, and thanks
Mhm.
to that
You
my
can
GPA is still
document
maintained.
this. Like what you have told us, you can document this as well as the Deloitte part.
Yeah,
Yes. That
Deloitte part, I think, yeah, that is a must to have.
Yes, yeah,
I
yeah.
think,
You
I think
you
so.
have videos, right? Yeah. So
Sure. I'll
you have,
share you that video. You just tell me that from the top of the view of the Vancouver, how the corporate life look. It's a top floor of Deloitte building. It's a top floor of Deloitte building,
okay.
and you can literally say the most expensive land on the Canadian soil. That was that
Okay.
part, the most expensive part of Canadian soil, and you see that corporate entire skylines and the mountains of Vancouver. The internal motivation you get, no, why I cannot. And after 1 week, I was able to crack the Scotia Bank.
yeah,
When
very good.
you give a voiceover for the Deloitte part,
Yeah.
start the video voiceover with what you have said earlier,
Okay.
that I'm
Okay.
not here to settle for less
Okay.
and
Okay.
I am
So,
achieving this.
Okay,
So
Pragna, please
see,
provide some good dialogues. It's more
no, no,
like I
no,
have a
no,
momentum dialogues.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
you
no,
can use those.
no, no, Ashutosh, doesn't see this comes naturally to you. You know,
Yes.
when you talk and you look at it, it comes. So leave it to yourself. Okay, don't think. This is how I also counsel. You know why? I mean, why people like to listen to me when I'm counseling, because I just speak from here. I don't speak from a book and I don't speak from Google, and I just speak from here. You know, so that is what you're
Mhm.
doing. See, you've said
Yeah.
3 or 4 lines. You know, getting out of your comfort zone. Uh,
Yes, which
Mm.
is very good.
what you said with regard to Deloitte, and you know how
Yeah.
you view the corporate world, and that is what got you your first break. So this is all
Yep.
you're
Yep.
talking naturally. So talk naturally. Those are the best
Yeah.
videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry
So,
about the
so, so
script and
actually, there was few incident who have literally pushed me to do that, sir. Actually, there was one employee in of UCW only. So she was working with me in Walmart. She has graduated, I think, so more than 6 months, and she was still working in Walmart. And she had took that thing on what you can say, ego, that I have so much of experience from India. Why can I get into the banking segment? Eventually, she got some NBFC somewhere back in Surrey. It's not like a top bank or anywhere, but she got opportunity in NBFC somewhere. So the moment she was leaving on her last day, I had a conversation with her that how did you do it, how you did that. Could you please tell me? So I've literally had a detail around 15 to 20-minute chat with her. She told me that after going, she's with her family here. So yeah, her husband is also here. She also has a kid. So what she told me that the moment I get out from my shift, the one thing I do, I go to the LinkedIn, I just do the request. Some people, entertain me. Some people send me the email, and then I send them my updated resume and all. Okay, Mega, okay. So it was just like aha moment, right? Okay, if she has done that, and she was too much unsystematic, what I can say, I have literally created database of more than 500 recruiters, managers in Vancouver. I've had that database right now. Even I call it a master sheet, and I have shot pretty much everyone a customized mail. So by default, out of that 500, I've got more than 65 comeback and 65 people who were willing to give me the referral. And more than what you can say, there were few people who are the directors of CIBC Bank. There is one managing director of ATB Wealth, which is one of the biggest financial organization here in North America. They are accepting me as my mentee. So they are accepting me as their mentee right now. So I can literally say I have got to expose with a very what you can say, financially well versed people here, which I have never thought. It's more like when I see some people doing bad, it motivates me that I cannot be in that place, because there are many UCW graduates, even after the graduation they are still doing the labor jobs. Specifically, if I say in Walmart, if you are doing as a student, that's fine. As a student, you get grocery discounts, that's fine. As a survival jobs, nothing bad with that. But even after the graduation, if you're stuck in that job, I think so it's gonna eat you up till the time your work permit expires. And I think so many of the people are struggling right now. You do not
doing
come
that.
here to,
Yeah,
and I think so
correct.
it was, and I have given myself that target, so that before completion of my MBA, I should have that knock level job on my hand. I'm not gonna go in the market and beg for the job. No, no, no. This is not gonna happen. I will the one person. The moment I graduate, I will have that knock level job. Simple as that. I don't want any unnecessary mental stress. So
Yeah,
that
That's
was
okay.
my
nice.
target, and that's how I'm trying to hitting again and
Yeah,
again. It's more like you have to pre-plan the. It's more like you have to do reverse planning. What catastrophe can
correct.
happen and what disaster management I have to do from right now. Even if I require to learn, even learning French right now. The A1 A2 level I'm already learning. uh, till the moment I reach my C1 level, I can literally qualify by French quota. So I think so. The for French quota, it's I think so more than 3 or 400, and voila, I'm already sitting on a 500 CRS point right now. Despite the once I get the experience, everything, I will already cross the 500 points. So so I require to make sure I do not end up having luck. It should be well planned hook and crook. That's all.
Yeah, 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 yeah. you orchestrate your future. That's how you call it. You go where you want to go, and then you accordingly plan and work towards, because you know where you want to get to, and then you're planning your path very clearly.
Yeah.
So even if you have to have obstacles, as long as you have your eye on the goal, you're gonna get there.
Mm.
You've already, you have already taken care
Yeah.
of what may have go wrong,
Yeah.
right? You already know
Yeah. Yeah.
what could go wrong, and so you're already
Yeah.
planning. And that, yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that's
And I say everyone this, and I like to, it may sound funny, right? But it's not that I enjoy doing it. It's not that I do not have any option. It's not that I enjoy doing this. I like to have
correct,
some relaxed life. I don't like to do too much stressing on it. But it's that I don't have any option. I cannot afford to fail, sir. I cannot
correct,
afford. That's why I have to
right.
do it.
Correct. Yes, yeah. I mean, but I think when you have that kind of attitude, you cannot go wrong in life. When you
Yeah.
have this kind of attitude, I don't think you can go wrong in life. So that thing of I have no other option. This is the only option.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
when you're just put taken from here and put there, you have to survive. You have no other
Yeah.
option.
Yeah.
And then
And to be
it's a
honest, sir, I like to just do small corrections, sir. Not survive. It's about the thriving.
thriving. Yeah, if you have to thrive, yeah, if you have to go there and thrive rather than survive, correct? No, absolutely, I totally agree,
Yeah.
and I think
Because,
this kind of attitude only will get you there. I
yeah.
remember when
Yeah.
you were leaving after you got your visa, and you gave me that thing of, okay, so I've already got this many bank accounts I'm going to open and this and that, and I told you your attitude will get you success. Nothing else, because I could see
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
I could already see you 3 months before you left. You already knew, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is where you are going in terms of the attitude. And I'm saying the same thing. This attitude, you cannot go wrong in, in life. So
Trying my best, sir.
I'm, I'm really thrilled to know that. Yeah. Okay. So
because
this.
someone because someone told me while leaving that, believe me, Ashutosh, I think so, complete your MBA, have that minimum 100,000 k job minimum, and then you see the Canadian life. I think so, someone said me that. So
Yeah. Yeah. Rather than going and, I mean, you don't have rich people back here in India to support you. So you support yourself and you create your own
indeed, sir.
life and
Yeah.
script your
Yeah.
own path. Beautiful. So, today I wanted to do like a question answer session, but I think we already got a lot, right? Pragya, we already
Oh,
got so
please,
much
please go
content.
ahead, sir. If something is unanswered, please shoot me.
Yeah, I think we already got so
But,
much content.
2 3 questions, if you can do that and better, that would be great because even I was in the video and I want you to be in the thing.
Okay.
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 Then
So,
mute myself.
so, so we are calling these student feedbacks or student interviews,
Okay.
Ashutosh, and it's uh, with you. I typically do just one time after a student has gone there, 3 to 6 months later. But with you, I'm going to do more and more. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
because you have a good story to tell. So
Okay.
I will just ask you a question. So we start from right from the how you conceptualize going to Canada, how you decided to go to
Sure.
Canada, how the journey
Sure.
was there, and then we'll talk. So it will be about 10, 15 minutes or so. Yeah, just three
Sure.
or four
Sure. Sure.
questions. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Uh,
Go ahead,
uh,
sir.
so start with telling. Okay, start with saying that your name, where are you studying, where do you come from, and which city, which university, and what are you studying. So start with that. That's just the introduction. My vision will.
Sure. Okay. So thank you, Alvito, sir, for giving this opportunity. My name is Ashutosh, and I'm from the city of dreams known as Mumbai. And I'm studying here right now as a master's degree in University Canada West, Vancouver, Canada. And currently, I'm working in Scotia Bank in Canada. So this is just a small gist what I do.
Okay, great, wonderful, Ashutosh. So Ashutosh, I want you to tell. This video is basically for future students who are looking to come to
Yeah.
Canada and are looking to study abroad and create
Yeah.
uh, a mark for themselves in life. What made you decide to come to Canada? How did you conceptualize that idea? Okay, Canada was going to be my destination, and MBA at
Mhm.
UCW was going to be my course. And how did you
Yeah.
visualize yourself at
Sure.
that?
So sure. That's a good question. Thank you for asking me. And the first thing, I already wanted to do masters since I already had completed my bachelor's. So after bachelor's, I was fortunate enough to secure job within a week in a multinational known as Leondel Basel. So after that, my professional corporate journey started. Eventually, after working more than 5 or 4 years continuously, I eventually realized that I have worked enough, but after a certain threshold, I was qualified for the manager. I was not able to get to the post like general manager or operation head somewhere. So I needed a master's. Few of my mentors in India told me that it's better if you go for the abroad opportunities rather than going for the generic degrees in India, which might able to give you the same qualification but not able to give you the global exposure, which give you even much greater opportunities as compared to the return of investment was considered. So that's why the few of the countries I was planning to go, I think so. The first one was Germany, Switzerland, and Canada. Germany was a big no because the restriction of German language. If you really want to get maximum opportunity, you have to unlock with a good German language and a good result in it. France is okay. You require a DEF score. There are many university who still accept you even without the DEF score, and English is okay if you need it. But still, language barrier is not required. Only few countries. The one is Switzerland. They are open for it. Some can sub regions of it, and New Zealand is open arm, and the Canada. So Canada is near to the most superpower and economical thriving country known as United States. So it was a no brainer to me, since United States is at least 2 or 3 times more expensive, and I can get the same degree which has a validation to all the MNCs in the entire North America. So that's how I ended up landing somewhere. And the most systematic, what you can say, immigration system you can imagine, even if you want to stay and want to learn and give contribution more towards the society, I think so. Canada gives the best opportunity in that way. So that's how I've landed up that opportunity, and that's how I.
Okay.
So my first goal it should be the master. I was absolutely sure I do not want to go to Ontario. So Ontario was a big no anywhere in the Canada, but not in Ontario, and it should be master. I had a two filter in my mind. So after this applying two filter, UCW was the best fit. So that's how I ended up landing there.
Okay, great, great. Okay, so now you made your application, you got to Canada. What was the
Yeah,
first thing that you did, or what? I know you prepared yourself a little bit even when you were in India. So
yeah,
what
yeah,
went into all of that preparation, the mental preparation, the actual
yeah.
that preparation in terms of how you're going to be settling into your student life? And then when you got to
Yeah.
Canada, what did you do like in the first month or so that made you settle in well,
Mm,
just to life in
yeah.
Canada?
Yep, yep. So I will say from the very start, since I was struggling to secure my education loan for more than 2 years, as you are already aware, sir. So for more than 2 years, my application, even after acceptance of my application and admission in UCW, still was unable to secure my finances, since as you already know, I do not have my parents. So there are many NBFCs and banks in the world who don't even touch your application in our country if you don't have your parents or anyone to back up. So I had the greatest disadvantage in that particular term, despite being financially well and pretty much qualified in each and every other parameter possible. So, from my standalone capacity, not a single NBFC could have offered me education loan. Yes, there were many personal loan, but that is not financially viable. So, I highly recommend if you come, it should be education loan and education loan and education loan only, or please don't come. Or if you have your parents rich enough, please then don't take a loan. Simple as that. If your parents are well versed, then you don't think, you just come then. Okay. And the second part is that before coming to the Canada for more than 2 years, what I did, I just didn't wait for my finances to come. I prepared that what kind of certification, what license I required to have, which can at least give me a guaranteed survival here in this land when I come. So eventually, the when I landed, I literally struggled for a job. I think so more than one month to 15 days. I have went pretty much. So the moment I landed, I'd go for the job spree. So I don't want to sit idle in my home. So it was somewhere in March end. So March, February, I eventually landed my first job somewhere in Canadian Tire. Within first week, I was landed, but it was too far. So just 4 hours of traveling involved in one day. So I think so as a MBA student, it's not a viable thing for me to do. So just first week I had to quit. So eventually the first job I got, I just lost in a 1 week. So what do I do now? Eventually, the best part is that just 5 minutes walking, there was one Walmart superstore. Eventually, I had a good conversation with one cashier. She was a senior cashier. I still know her name, Zora. She was from Afghanistan. I had a good reputation with her just within one conversation, and she called me brother. So I call her sister. So Venka, you have to do one favor to your brother now. I'm right now in my struggling phase. I'm a student and I need a job. Could you please help me or at least recommend me to someone who can help me to give me an opportunity? You just open the door. It's my opportunity, it's my responsibility that I'm able to keep that door open. And she did that. She There was a Mastercard. I helped her to get one Mastercard referral. I opened my Mastercard, get her into one business, small business referral, whatever she was getting. And she told me, just take my name, go to the store manager. And eventually there was some interview going on at that time. Luckily, what we can say, the luck factor came here, right? Your efforts and luck factor, how that combines. There was already some interview was going on. So I just went there. I just went there. I asked nothing. I just sat with the candidates who was already came there for an interview. I just sat among them. There was around 5 to 6 candidates were there, and out of that 5 and 6 candidate, only one person got selected, and that person was me. And eventually. I've start working. So eventually, once the money start coming here in your Canada, since you are start spending in rupee into Canada, once you spend Canadian dollar into Canadian, then you realize, okay, now the life is going a little normal. Your burning is at least zero right now, or somewhere in slower terms. So that gives you a little mental peace as a student here. So eventually, I was got promoted after what you can some like 3 months. So after my promotion, I was promoted as a supervisor. So I got a 2% salary hike and some like 20 paisa extra thing. So it's okay, at least
Okay,
better than
okay,
something
all
than
right,
nothing.
all right. Okay, so tell me, how did you manage your work life, your MBA? Like you said, like an MBA student, you need to concentrate on studies. So how did you manage your time? How
Yeah,
did you manage your schedule? And
yeah,
I also know that you also started doing other kind of certifications so that you can plan
yeah,
your future. So how did you
yeah, yeah,
manage time? Can you tell me
yeah,
that?
yeah. Thank you for asking the question. The make sure before coming to Canada, you should master one thing, which is known as how to use Google Calendar. Okay. The beauty of the our university, UCW, the beauty of university that it gives you flexibility. Go crazy with flexibility. Okay. You can literally synchronize and arrange all your classes in one day. You do not require to take all the 3 days particular required to go. So from consecutively 3 semester, I'm taking all my classes on Friday only. So Friday done. I just go to Friday, 1 day university, and in that particular day, I finish my majority of assignment, my homeworks. But the once I go to that building and I leave that building, I finish with my lectures and more than 50% of my homework in that building in that day only. So that's how I get maximum time to invest in other activities.
Okay. Oh, great. So you get the flexibility uh,
Yeah.
uh, to to schedule your classes, to schedule your
Yes,
assignment.
yes, that's a beauty. Probably the
That's very,
foundation student may not get that. Foundation student may not have that flexibility, but those who are full-time student in MBA, they do get,
they, they get the flexibility. Okay, so that's the
they get the
beauty of also
flexibility.
studying there. Okay,
That's a beauty
yeah.
of
So
study.
now,
That's not common for an Indian student who have studied all his life, 15 years, to just on strict schedule given by some professor or some scheduler.
mm, okay. All right. So now tell me that journey that took you. Still a student, you're still just completed your third semester.
Yep,
You
yep,
have 2 more semesters to go. I
yep,
know you've got out there into the corporate world. Okay. So talk
yep,
about
yep.
what you've been doing, Deloitte, Scotiabank. Tell me, talk about that journey and what has it
Sure.
taken you? Because you can't do that just out of luck, right? It
Yeah, yeah.
involves a lot of planning. It involves a lot of visionary thinking. It
Indeed,
involves
indeed,
a lot of
indeed.
effort, a lot of hard work. So talk about that. Well,
Sure, sure, sure. So it's about a journey to corporate. I honestly admit it's not easy. You have to, what you can say, push your limits in pretty much every parameter. Networking, right? In English, there is a say, your net work is real net worth. The moment this phrase really
Oh,
come to the it's in steroids when it's come to this particular soil. That phrase works as a steroids here, because if you unable to network with your superiors, with your senior, with your professors, there are many opportunity just by having a good conversation or good relationship with the professor. You end up unlocking. So let me give you this one example. As I told you, I able to visit multiple conference and summits in Deloitte. I am also selected as a research scholar under Dr. Amit Kohli. So just by having a good conversation, he understood that I do have a caliber of doing some research. He also had seen some of my sample work, that how I do research, how I do the reference to it. There is something known as APA format. I have did the mastery of it. So once they see your work, once they see the potency in you, right, so they give you the more opportunity. Once you're able to prove it, they start bring more and more opportunity and able to connect to multiple peers. So Dr. Hiren Roy, he's also one of my professors. He also recommend me and connected me with many Michelin star chefs here. So he used to just send me to meet with their this XYZ and just do some question answering. So he used to do some so I just told him if there is any volunteering work or any volunteering job he wanted to be a part of it, I just give as a volunteer part. And right now I just got one opportunity in TD Bank as well as a volunteering. So there are many opportunities. You just do the volunteering thing. Yeah, okay, just to see my work, see my work, and if you feel free, then please we can connect.
yes.
Not everything you get upfront, but if you just show them your work, it's more like the greatest sales technique. Just do the sample work, and if they like, they will buy you.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. I think that's a very key that students need to understand when they're going, because you're going to a completely new place. You need to prove yourself
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
before people trust you. So talk to me about what you're calling the corporate world, okay, with Deloitte and Scotia. So
Yep,
tell
yep,
me,
yep, yep.
tell me
So,
how that looks from the bird's eye view.
Billy, thank you for asking. The first, it's a pay gap. Okay, the pay gap and the efforts gap. So, as a student, once you come, it's difficult to accept that we cannot have a life more than Tim Hortons, Walmart, A&W, flipping the burgers. So people think student only supposed to do this kind of job. And believe me, I was once upon a time had the same phase that I thought, okay, now I'm the supervisor in Walmart. It's okay. My life is literally settled. So once I complete my MBA, I will be transformed to supervisor. It will be knock B job. And but still you're still just lifting the crates, arranging the grocery, doing the things which you cannot even do in India, right? So ask your question. Are you came here to do job which you can't or didn't even want to do in your India? If the answer is no, please do something else. I had asked the same question again and again, and answer was coming from internal side. No, Ashu, you did not came here to do the Walmart thing. Okay, it's good. If you do not have any option, work in Walmart, work in A&W. That's fine. Nothing bad in that. As a survival phase, you have to survive. No one's going to pay for you, right? But if God has given you caliber, you have created caliber, please do not waste it. Use somewhere better way. Okay, make sure you display your potency to the people who are capable enough to give you the opportunity. How you find it? Just throw your shyness or leave your shyness in India. It has nothing to do here. Leave your shyness in India and come without that luggage. Believe me one thing, if you leave your luggage, it will charge you less. Airlines do that. Okay, so if you leave your luggage of shyness in India, I think so it will give you more opportunity here. And that's how the corporate thing, it's just like require more like mental work. The more above you go, the more mental work and soft skill is required, rather than the labor work and hard skill will be requiring. So this is the significant difference I have seen. And I do believe at least once in a life, go to that corporate top ladder, so at least you can say that I have seen that life. If you don't want, please quit and go back to the thing you wanted to do. But at least please try, at least have one time that experience. Sir, I think so. You are mute.
I'm sorry. Okay, so
Yeah.
tell me your 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 process of applying to a job at Scotia Bank and getting this job still as a student and as an advisor, I understand you've been doing certifications to land positions, and then you're also thinking about your future. So talk to me about how you're planning your future in terms of post study
Yeah,
after your degree, and how this journey during your third, fourth, fifth semester will help you get to that. And how are you
yeah,
planning that, and what have you done to do that?
sure, sure. Okay, it's a kind of a complicated answer, but try to make it as simple as possible. Getting When someone says that Canadian job market is competitive, it's absolutely true. Yes, it's crazy competitive, right? If you are getting job, then believe me one thing, there are many job applicants who didn't get the job opportunity and you have beat them. That's the meaning of it. If you are getting any job here right now in Canada, if you say the job market is, yes, it's tough, right? But it does it mean you will not get job? No. If you are talented enough, if you have the caliber, you will get the job for sure. And if I can, I think so everyone can, right? I'm not a kind of superman or messiah or something. I'm just a normal person who believes to do abnormal things. So simple as that. So it's more like a process. Try to make as more as systematic. Okay. So there was one person in my Walmart who had completed her MBA more than 6 months, and she was still working in Walmart. And she has took that thing on her ego that I had a banking experience. I had worked in ICICI Bank back then in India. Why I'm still, just doing the stocking work here. And she eventually did only one thing. She was with her family here, so she has to, take care of multiple things. So once she leave from her particular shift, once she reach home, she do only one thing, just leave everything, cooking nothing. She just do only one thing, do the LinkedIn, try to connect, reach to the recruiter and all. So the best part here, okay, I understood her system. Now what I do, I've tried to improvise her system now. So somewhere I did the same kind of work for sales in many of my previous startup. I had access to many extension who directly give me the email rather than asking for it. I directly had the email of pretty much each and every HR I point to. I had their entire data sheet ready. I've extracted more than 500 plus recruiters and manager in entire Vancouver and somewhere here and there in Canada. And I literally reach out to majority of them, not all, because I was not their aggressive mode right now, because I was in the middle of what you can say MBA right now. But eventually, as you can say, once you are prepared, once you have made yourself capable enough, it's just like the talent and luck comes immediately, right? So once you have done all the immediate hustling, so opportunity came. So I have applied for an opportunity. Eventually, the all the database was already there. I have shot more than 50 emails in a one night, and eventually 3 mail reached to that particular recruiter from the multiple people, few from the branch, few from the talent recruiter of some another district had share. So HR had already got a good reputation. Okay, who's that guy who everyone is keep sending me that resume of it. And eventually I also had a conversation. Next day I got the interview. Next day I got a HR round after application of it. And entire hiring process was happened within 25 days. I got hired in that banking position. I was not able to secure that particular position for more than 6 months. That thing happened with that system just within 25 days. So I just make sure one thing: if you want any job, make sure you network hard and do systematically. Track everything. If you are unable to track, if you're unable to do, believe me, you are planning to fail.
Right, great, great. Yeah, really, really well said. Yeah, if you're unable to be systematic, you're planning to fail. Yeah, perfectly said,
Yeah,
Ashutosh. Okay, thank you so much for this call. We're gonna do another call, I think, after your fourth semester.
sure.
Uh,
Sure,
okay,
sure.
and
Thank you, sir.
and
It's
not
always my pleasure to have a conversation with you, sir.
yeah, yeah, and like I messaged you yesterday, nothing gives me the thrills. As you speak, I'm actually getting goosebumps. If you were next, you touch
Come
me,
on,
feel
I'm
the
not that
goosebumps.
scary.
No, yes, not. I'm talking. You're really inspirational, and I hope this chat that will go out to students will inspire them and give them the goosebumps to see that hard work
Sure,
pays
sure.
off. It's not an easy path. Okay, hard work does
Indeed,
pay
sir.
off.
Indeed, sir.
Uh,
Indeed, sir.
But when you like you say, you've scripted what you want to do, you planned it, and you've got systems in place. 50 emails that went out, and then three people send it to the same person, and then that's the job you got. That's how it works. That's how it
Yep,
works.
yep, yep.
I tell people network, network, network. I made a shorts video where I used the word network like 12 times in 30 seconds.
Yep,
So same thing. You're telling me the exact practical same thing of
yep,
that.
yep, yep. Because you
That's
don't realize until it happens to you.
correct. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much. I think Ashutosh should really
Thank
be
you,
an
sir.
inspiration to for future students. We will keep in touch. Yeah,
Indeed, sir.